Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What do you think? Do you think the Russians have missiles or not? Do you think they have a lot of missiles or eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the ball? What do you think? Well, I think the Russians still have a lot of missiles ready, unfortunately, but fortunately because maybe that's going to bring peace, unfortunately. So what do we have here? We have an article coming from the Ukrainska New Voice of Ukraine, and they report that the Russians diligently were building missiles and getting them ready for winter time. A lot of missiles, hundreds. I will tell you what's going on here, and remember the context. The context matters, I think, even more than the numbers, the number of precision missiles. So let's get things going. The New Voice of Ukraine, today, November 12th, Sunday, 2023. Russia has amassed over 800 precision missiles ahead of feared winter barrage of energy system. 800. That's on top of how many more they have. How much many? Okay, I don't know. Circumstance. The condition. The European Union doesn't really want to provide more ammunition and support to Ukraine. That's a fact. You can look at my videos. I used their articles, not the Russian articles, to support this claim. It was a conclusion that I reached based on the information they provided me. And I explained in a few videos. In the past, I don't know, maybe about one week and a half. If you go back, you're going to find these videos. The second one, Israel. No, Israel is not involved in Ukraine. But Israel is someone else's big problem, which is Al Capone. Al Capone said, bye-bye Ukraine, I am busy going fishing. Goes to the Eastern Mediterranean Sea to assist and make sure that nobody comes in to do anything, but only one. Boom. So that's one thing. The Europeans are like, okay, Al Capone, you went fishing, but how about us? Why are we in Ukraine again? Cuckoo. Bow. No answer. Only hoo. That's it. So the Europeans right now are like, I didn't want to be in this in the first place. Screw you, Baltic states. Screw you, Poland. I don't want to be here. You got your own problems with Russia. That's your problem, your grievances. Go you fight if you want. Al Capone. Al Capone is gone fishing, as I said. So that's the way right now. The Germans are like, smells like smoke. Oh yeah, my feet are on fire from shooting myself in the foot so many times. So yeah, everybody's like, man, why did we do this again? So maybe Al Capone right now is busy fishing in Florida, East Mediterranean Sea, and these guys are like children at home, knowing what to do now. Well, why don't we do what we do best? Play games, do stupid stuff, invite ladies of the night, and so on. So this is what they do. Now they're like, I don't want to support this. And the Russians are preparing and the Ukrainian counteroffensive is, actually not, it was, you know how you take off, and then you take off. This one was like, that's it. Didn't even take off, the counteroffensive, to be honest. Why? Because how they reported it when it started. For 3 days, the mass media here, it was like an order. Nobody said anything. And the Russians, the counteroffensive is ongoing. This guy started. The Western media, nothing. Why? Because the guys could not report, yeah, man, we broke the front. We're by Moscow tomorrow morning. Nothing happened. And then after about a week and a half, yes, the counteroffensive is on. We're pounding the bam bam. And the Russians are, okay, nothing happened for what? Since what? 4 or 5 months already? So here it is. The situation, the circumstance, the context is up. And the Russians are preparing 800 precision missiles amassed, boom, So let's see what these guys are saying here. Russia has likely amassed 800 precision-guided missiles in the past 8 months, Ukraine's Air Force spokesperson, he's a person, Yuri Hnat told Radio New Voice on November 11th. Now, no worries. These so-called precision-guided missiles are made in Russia, which means we've been told are garbage. Right? So take it easy. They're going to shoot from here to this target right here. It's going to go, woo, woo, wow, woo, zoop, zoop, zoop. Because that's how we were told that the Russian military-industrial complex sucks, unlike ours, that bang right there. Paganini is back in town, okay? The caprices. And this is why people who listen to garbage media, they don't understand what's going on. And they have a worldview, which they have, based on the information they got vomited on them by these guys. And then they come and say, well, you know what? Yeah, those 800 missiles that the Russians have are garbage, man, garbage, yeah. And then you find out these guys destroy oblasts and destroy Ukrainian infrastructure. And you say, how in the hell that happened? No worries, the same guys that misinformed you and the spin doctors will be back in business with a little luggage. Let me see, what do we have here? We got this tool, let's use it. Open your mouth. That's what they do. And they say, we're going to pull this out, we're going to put this in your prosthesis or whatever. And they're going to tell you, yeah, but you see, when those perfect air defense systems coming from USA, they destroy all the incoming Russian missiles, the debris, man, the debris just fall and stop everything. This is what happens when the Ukrainians report, about 80 Russian missiles attack and 30 Shahid drones, but we destroyed 95% of them. And then you find out that like 12 oblasts have no electricity, a dam is destroyed, and you say, but this is just from the fragments of the missiles that we downed. I'm not gonna go full retard, I know. Sometimes I do, but not in this case. So you do it on your own risk. So 2.5 months ago, the Ukrainian military's main intelligence directorate, HUR, provided us with information regarding 600 missiles, indicating an approximate production capacity of 100 missiles per month, said Ignat. Fast forward 2 months and the current count stands at 800 missiles and then some. Notably, these 2 months experienced a low intensity of missile usage. Correct. During this period, Kalibr missiles and Iskander-K were deployed, but KH-101 and KH-555 missiles were notably absent. It's okay, they're coming, unfortunately. So what's going to happen? These guys are going to probably start now, soon, with a barrage of hundreds of missiles, and that would just destroy any, how should I put it, any desire, not desire, because desire, comes and goes, but I think the resources are missing. The Ukrainian resources coming from the Western sponsors dry out. Why? Because they have their own problems over there. And maybe they can't keep up. I made some videos regarding the lack of personnel in Ukrainian military forces, troops, and not only the resources, ammunition, and lacking all that. And the Russians, remember, they have 145 million people, potentially about 30 up million people. That could be always general mobilization right here. And then what? Lisbon, the Germans are coming? No, the Russians. So what are they going to do? Give me a dictionary. Hey, how are you? How do you say how are you in Russian? All right, my friends, here it is. Yes, unfortunately for the Ukrainians, and this is what angers me. Angers me because the Ukrainian nation is led by Ukrainians at the orders of other Ukrainians. So this to fight the Russians. You might not like the Russians, but just the mere fact that you fight for some others I would just drop the gun down and say, fuck it. And you know you can't win. You cannot win. You know you're playing a game. You have a little role. And that role is dictated by other interests. For that, I will not fight. I would not. I would talk to the Russians, as bad as they are. And believe me, they are not worse than the other guys that make you fight for their interests. And I would discuss with them, and I say, okay, how many Russians you got over there? What is the situation here? Listen, the situation here in Ukraine, is it better than it would have been, let's say, if this guy say, okay, security guarantees for Russia? Would it have been better for Ukrainians? I think it would have been better then than it is right now. That's a destroyed country, destroyed nation. Destroyed. For what? They're not going to win. They're not going to destroy the Russians. And they have the country destroyed, territories taken. And they still fight. They still fight, supposedly. This is what bothers me. And they're going to lose eventually. They're going to lose more than they won. Let's put it this way. Because they're going to lose those territories, that's for sure. Their population is already across, outside, abroad. They're going to have what? The economy is as it is. And you're going to have corruption and these weasels in charge. And the Russians will not stop at that. It was not just, as these guys are telling us, a land grab. No, Ukraine cannot be having NATO military and rockets pointed at Russia. These guys don't understand that. They understand it. But they try to weaken the Russians. And in the meantime, they learn. They learn. I mean, these guys, the Western countries, they learn, they look and they monitor. They understand new warfare. And it's changed. It's changed in this war in Ukraine. These guys just, adapted. The military, adapted in such a way that is very different. With sea drones. Have you heard about sea drones? Maybe there were, but sea drones. The drones being used more than the missiles. Very effective. The guys just with the drones, one drone destroys a tank. A $30,000 or $20,000 garbage drone with one person destroys a tank of multi-million value tank. But you don't need tanks. You're going to be everything about drones. You're going to be computer games. Drones versus drones. So you see, it evolves in that direction. And not only. All right. Unfortunately, those 800 will be used in 1 month, because this is how much I give Ukraine. Maybe about 1 month they're going to say done. Why? Together with the Western dropping them. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.